You're a part of a couple franchises nowadays, huh? Marvel, Star Wars, Last of Us, Freaky Tales-verse, Narcos Galaxy. Yeah, all these. We're getting all of them. Yeah, right. How does a Star Wars set compare versus any other project?
The series alone had some of the most incredible sets that I'd ever seen in my life. And the way that they top that in the movie is not anything I thought was possible. There have been so many instances where I've just looked back at Jon and said directly to him, how the hell did you do this? I think he's a genius, and I realized that he is my Jedi Master. The overview that he has of this kind of storytelling in terms of the world building, the characters, old and new, and his casting, he's just a genius. And so the sets match that standard completely.
Amazing. I can't wait to see. I mean, the AT-AT set already is mind-blowing, so.
It is mind-blowing to the eye on set, and what this movie will be as a cinema experience will be one of the best adventures ever made.
Are there technological advancements that you're using in Mando and Grogu that you're excited about or that you can't wait to unleash?
Yeah, so because we're on the big screen, the time frame is different. So with a TV show, you've got to turn it around less than a year. But here we have several years to do it. And so that allowed us to build bigger sets, allowed us to use all different combinations of technologies. We use the volume. Sometimes the volume works really well. Sometimes you want to be in a real environment. Sometimes you want to be on a set where the set's all there and big. And we had that opportunity here. And using the best of what Star Wars does, CGI, working with ILM, also animatronics, puppeting. Sometimes it's simple stuff. Sometimes it's brand new, complicated visual effects that are cutting edge. So all of that's acceptable in Star Wars. So we want to draw upon the best of every era of filmmaking.
This is the way.
What is a Star Wars set like?
Well, it's like a really loving family, and they almost have their own language. And there's so clearly different groups of pilots and aliens and bartenders and, all these different groups that become part of this world. I felt that ours was really an interesting blend of like today with a galaxy far, far away. And so I love that there's a lot of reality to these movies as well as, fantasy. I just feel very honored to be part of it. I didn't expect to join another franchise, and what a cool franchise.
It will be 7 years in between Rise of Skywalker and Mando and Grogu. Are we going to see even more of these big screen adventures? And what do you think George would feel about this new era?
Oh, I think at Lucasfilm we're very excited about making movies. I think that the pause that we had was an ability to regroup a bit and look at the future and say what would we like to do, what kind of stories we would like to tell, and who's going to tell these stories.
And you were kind of right there, right?
Oh, I've been there the whole time. I've been there 20 years now. So it's a fun job, but I also think the films ignite things in a way that very other things in media can. They're a big driver. I expect them to really drive interest in everything we're doing. I don't see them as an isolated thing. It's all one big galaxy. So no matter what part of Star Wars you like, you'll come out of the theater excited, and then you'll want to experience more of it. You see the Mando and Grogu movie, you'll probably go back if you haven't seen Mando the series, and you'll watch that. And you might watch Ahsoka because you see she appears in the Mando series. So there are crossovers. You might play the games and see something that relates. There's a lot of animation things I did in Clone Wars that turn up in the games. So you might go check that out. There's infinite avenues now for fans to just dive deeper and deeper. Or if you just want the ride, you watch the movie and you have this great experience, this thrill ride. So but the films are essential. I think that we've waited, and found the right moments and the right creatives. And Jon obviously has worked with us now for a while. Grateful for him and his commitment to Star Wars. And, I think everyone's going to be excited by what he's done here.
George included?
George included, yeah. George is happy for us. What a thing to have created something that so many other people want to be a part of and want to tell stories in. I mean, is there anything else like that? And the reverence that people have of it. I'm a bit of a bizarre bridge now between what was and what will be, and I see a great responsibility to try to, tell people what he told me. And so while we're, moving forward and doing new things, that we are also honoring the foundations of what made what George created so special, because it is special and he is unique. There is only one George, and the rest of us are just, doing our best to find that force within us to tell these stories.